It's so funny because while I was like searching for houses, the number one criteria for me was the yard. It didn't matter how great the house looked, where it was located, how cheap it was. If it didn't have a decent sized yard, automatically a no. If you know, you know. Places with yards in Japan, it's rare. So I was very excited to have found this spot and could not wait to get my fingers in the dirt. I have been meeting so many of my neighbors just because of my vegetable garden. Like, I guess this is like the perfect little middleman thing to connect me with them. It also happens to be like one of the few topics that I can speak Japanese about. So like they come over here and they're like, what's this? What are you doing? Is this your hobby? It's so nice. Show me around. Yeah, I guess it's like a black girl in this traditional upscale Japanese neighborhood with pink hair. Like, where's the connection? But like with the vegetable garden, we have something in common. Huh, Duchi? Don't get stung by a bee again. I think the cat got stung by a bee. But it doesn't seem to be bothering her at all. Look at her cheek. Oh my gosh. You look like you've been on steroids. What happened? Oh, baby. I am so happy that you guys are interested in vegetable gardening. It's definitely my main hobby. I feel like a lot of y'all, including myself, are sick in some strange way, and it is insane what access to clean, real foods can do for our health. It seems everything is trying to kill us. Harmful chemicals in almost every product, heavy metals in the water. Don't trust that non-stick pan. Deodorant, toothpaste, big pharma, taxes. At least the salad won't kill me if I grow it myself, right? All right, we are officially in a new gardening season, which is all my warm weather crops. Stuff like tomatoes, peppers, eggplant, zucchini, and sadly, it is the end of an era for my kale. Took one out of the middle here. This is the Tuscan or Dino kale. These two are still going though, so I'm gonna let them continue until they die on their own. And over here is all the warm weather crops. The sad part is they take up so much space. So like beans and tomatoes, all of the warm weather crops take up a lot of space and I just don't have it. But the sunniest space is on the balcony, which kind of sucks because this is where I want all the cool weather crops, like all the leafy greens. And then I'm having like a whole battle with, I don't even know who. I'm thinking it's little caterpillars. I found a few of them. I don't know how they keep getting away with this. Like they eat up my leaf and then they just go. And then I can't even find them. I'm gonna find you. When I do, it's the end of you. Although I have been gardening for a long time, I haven't done it at this house, so I didn't know a lot of stuff like the local temperature, climate, which side of the house gets sun for how long. I ended up overplanting kale and just had a massive amount. I absolutely love kale and I plant so many different variations, but I had way too much. And also, I don't know what happened this year, but we had cold and hot. I don't know where spring was, but it was just cold and hot. And because of that, I didn't have enough time to like readjust my garden. The kale was out in the sun, out in the heat for way too long and ended up bolting. So I had all this like damaged, ruined kale. Yeah, you pooped in there, huh? Didn't you, Ditchy? Yeah, you did. I'm not eating poop kale. But it was fine. I definitely got my money's worth. I had so much kale. I still have some in the freezer to this day. But yeah, it is now midsummer and I am once again readjusting the entire vegetable garden. Getting ready for another round of planting. This probably just looks like a gigantic mess, but I am making progress on the yard. Welcome to the study room. Sorry, I have a hat on in the house. I've actually started like this really intense skincare routine and my skin is so sensitive. Like I have to wear sunscreen in the house because every single room is just windows. I'm also wearing a hat to like help protect my skin. Originally, this was gonna be the guest room / my workout room, and it still is. I got like my little workout stuff back there, but summer is summering and this room does not have an AC unit. It is so hot in here, which is another reason why I come in here, because I have to like air it out and ventilate the place because there's tatami, and like if you don't live in Japan, you probably don't experience this. Actually, I don't know. Comment down below if you have had this experience in America. I personally have not in California, maybe because it's so dry, but in Japan, in summer, they have these things called dani. It's, what is it? Dust mites. You can't see them. But like one day you just itchy as flip, and that happened to me at my other house, and since then I've been so freaking paranoid about the humidity in the house. So y'all, I just be like circulating rooms, trying to air it out, keep the humidity low. I need to get a dehumidifying machine for this room. I think that would help a lot. But yeah, it has like tatami mats, so I gotta be real careful. Anyways, recently I've been spending a lot of time in this room. Not only do I have like easy access to the garden in the front, but also it's just a really chill study spot. Like, is this not a vibe? You know that one thing I pay every month, rent. I'm trying to get my money's worth. I don't care if it's for the guests. I am a guest. It's been so nice having like a little dedicated study space, not a place where I work. It's really nice to separate these type of things, and I don't know, this has just been the perfect study environment. I need nature in order to feel inspired and focused for long enough. So this garden, the summer has been summering and I don't really know what I am doing right now. So that's what I'm doing right now. I am organizing the summer. Look at this adorable planner I got. It's kiki. I actually really don't like paper calendars, schedulers. I don't like them because I have to erase a million things and start over, and I changed my mind and that got canceled, that got moved. This is just very unrealistic. Anyways, I think I got this for my birthday. I didn't want to waste it, so I was like, ooh, this would make the perfect garden calendar, because that's one thing that's just not so complicated. It is July, and that is what I'm doing right now. I'm just like organizing what to plant. I think the number one thing I had the most trouble with when I was starting my vegetable garden was just learning when to plant what exactly. Like, it took so long for me to figure out what zone I was in, the climate, the temperature. It was a lot. I learned all that at a different house. Now I'm over here in Kamakura, which is closer to the beach. It's more humid and it's a completely different gardening zone. So I'm actually retaking a class on Skillshare right now. It's called The Gardening Calendar, What to Do Each Month in the Garden by Mark Shorter. I've already taken this class and it was super duper helpful, but now that I'm at a new spot, I kind of don't remember everything. So I'm gonna go through it one more time, just do a quick review before I start like planning exactly what I want to plant. Also, thank you so much Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. I've actually taken a lot of different classes on Skillshare. This is what I use to learn video editing, the program that I use to design my clothes for my shop Move Global. Skillshare is an online learning community where curious and creative people come together. I feel like Skillshare is mostly known for classes on like photography, videography, video editing, and stuff like that, but they actually have hundreds of career-focused classes as well. As an entrepreneur myself, you guys know I'm like self-taught in everything I could possibly do. So if you're like me and you want to explore your career or your creative options, highly recommend.
I got fired, and through a lot of soul searching, I eventually realized that I did not want to work for anyone else.
Just let you guys know, I'm definitely the more be your own boss type. Even now, I'm literally working on a new business. Maybe you want to start building a personal brand, maybe you want to launch a whole business, or you want to learn a new skill. The best way to do that is just step by step. No goal is too small. For a lot of people, thinking about the future can be intimidating, but an easy way to take the pressure off is to just start small. And there's a lot of different stuff out there all over the internet. I know it can be overwhelming, so I feel like Skillshare is a great thing for a lot of people because it's just all condensed into one place. Easy to follow, easy to break down, doesn't take a lot of time, very organized. So if you're like overwhelmed and you want to learn something, I highly recommend joining Skillshare, and the first 1,000 people to sign up using my link down below in the description box will get 1 month free trial of Skillshare. Thank you again, Skillshare, for sponsoring today's video. I feel like my audience is very diverse, so do me a favor, everyone, and comment down below what you do for a living and what do you want to do if it's not the same. our way to go shopping, plant shopping. I just got this shirt, just got it. I had it on for 1 minute. I cannot be the only one that cannot keep clothes clean. This is why I don't buy nice things. Everybody's like, stop shopping at them cheap places, but like, bruh, otherwise I'm gonna stain and damage a like $50 t-shirt in not even half a day. What was that, like 2 minutes around the corner?
Yeah, it's been about 20 minutes since you put it on.
No, right with the first spill.
Ah, yeah.
That was 2 minutes. So I don't buy nice stuff. Anyways, very excited. It's very beautiful outside. Going plant shopping, literally.
Turn left onto the slip road.
Literally the one thing I do not need to go shopping for. I have so much stuff I need to buy. What do I go do? Buy more plants that literally don't fit on the balcony.
I think about
Oh, that thing is huge. Oh, look at, oh my gosh. They got so much stuff. Dang, that's just outside in the back. I should not be this excited to be at the plant shop. Yo, there's so much stuff. I'm so glad we have a car because there's no way. I'm going home with at least like 20 plants. Crazy excited. Wait, what's that like TikTok? Insert TikTok noise.
1 minute you're young, hip, and carefree, and the next minute you're photographing vegetables in your garden.
This is gonna be one fun summer. Boom. Now that's exciting. Okay, only 2 baskets.
Turn right. Turn left.
Remember it now?
Oh, yeah.
Your destination will be on the right. Your destination is on the right.
What the flip is this? Oh my gosh! Like what? We didn't even eat! What is on me? I love Japanese. They'll just put anything on anything. Let's just put some burdock root on this.
Is it better?
I be trying to be aesthetic and then my hand be ashy. Anyways, we are done vegetable plant shopping. Just came to like one of my favorite places. I'm not crazy about the food. It's not bad. It's really great. It's very like high end and pretty and beautiful, but that's why I wanted to come because the weather is like way too nice today. Look at this view. What is this, a bay?
Yeah.
A bay. You have a view of the water. There's also a view of like Pacifico, Yokohama, and the Ferris wheel, and it's just like a really, really pretty spot to be outside and get some drinks. So yeah, got some food in Miyazaki. Oh my god, you can see that in the reflection. Yeah. If you know me, you know I like Yokohama way more than Tokyo. Like, I wouldn't even go to Tokyo if I didn't have to. Yokohama's the spot, y'all. Ooh, I wanna go over there to the park. All right, gonna eat and then maybe walk around. Something free after I spent $200 on plants.
It won't be free because parking's costing us.
Shut up. All right, we have a bunch of soil compost, some fake grass, a bunch of flowers and herbs, and these all have very specific purposes. Like, some of these are for keeping spiders away, some of them are for planting your vegetables, and they like do specific things like keep certain bugs and beetles and slugs away. It's marigold and a couple of other things, lavender, and then there's more vegetables that I need to plant. I definitely have too much because there's not much space, but I bought these 2 pieces of wood. They are so beautiful. I just love the pattern. And some cinder blocks. I'm gonna make a plant table. So hopefully that'll give me a little bit more space and also elevate these things off the ground. I also got this like bamboo covering. So I'm gonna put this like all along my fence to get a little bit more privacy because like the street is right here and I just think that's weird. And my bedroom, which I don't like, which I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go upstairs. The bedroom is like right off of the street kind of. It's just weird. Anyway, so I got this so I can cover up the fence and get just like a little bit more privacy. Are you helping? Nope. What? This actually looks great. Yo, bamboo has never failed me. I'm just obsessed with bamboo. This looks so good. You can still kind of see through, but it's enough. You know, I just wanted a little something something so we're not making direct eye contact. But I ran out. I still have more fence to go, so I gotta go back to the store. But it's fine anyways, because I have to figure out a way to saw this part of the tree that's coming out of the fence off. And I don't even know if I have a saw. I'll figure it out. It kind of shaded it a little more than I would want it to, but we'll see. Yay! Honestly, it kind of looks a little ghetto on camera. I don't know. Hi, baby. What you doing up there? She is gonna run downstairs and through this door any second. Alright, so it looks like I'm gonna attempt canning these tomatoes today. I have way too many and everything is ripe at the same time. Even though I planted them like weeks apart, I thought they'd come in at different times, but no, they all want to be ready at the same time. Giving them to neighbors, cooking every day, there's still too many. But I'm really surprised at how well everything grew. These are all beefsteak tomatoes, by the way. I put them in smaller containers because I do not need them to get to the full beefsteak tomato size. This is a balcony garden and I just don't have that much space. Ducci, I can't rinse them if you're under there. Can you move? Oh, okay, I'll go inside. I'm probably gonna try and freeze some of these later on, but right now I'm gonna attempt this whole canning thing. I've done this, I think, once before, and it was like pickling version with vinegar. This, I'm just canning them, so there's no vinegar, it's just salt. I got some of the stuff I need off of Amazon, but basically the only thing I don't have that I had last time was like this gigantic, clean, sterile pot. I'm just gonna have to use whatever pot I have. I am so happy to have 2 sinks. I basically themed this one for the vegetable garden, and this is where I've been washing all of my produce. And Ditchy's found a tomato. Is that a green tomato, Ditchy? What is it? A baby one? Next step, kind of messy. You're gonna cut the pits off. You can dice these up or do whatever you want. I'm just gonna leave them whole or maybe cut them in half. I don't know yet. lemon juice in the jar, tomatoes, and then we're gonna pour in some boiling water later. And salt. Alrighty, round 2. This first jar, which is really small, filled up about 8. But yeah, that first batch you saw was this much. Totally forgot I had a funnel this time. Is very helpful so that you don't get stuff all around the rim and then you get some kind of bacteria and it's no good. Alright, so the second round came out a lot better than the first round. I forgot a couple of things. Number 1, take the stem off before you boil them. And number 2, don't boil them for very long, like 60 seconds, 1 minute max. Kitty was distracting me and I'm trying to film, so kind of overboiled them the first round. You want them kind of like this. You're only boiling them to get the skin off. That's it. You're not boiling it to like cook it or anything. Because if it's a little bit more firm, it's easier to cut. It doesn't get so mushy. You guys can dice these, you can puree them, whatever you want. I was gonna do whole, but it's kind of hard to get the core off if you do whole. If you do whole, you're supposed to like cut the core out like this. But I just don't like touching a whole tomato. This reminds me of James and the Giant Peach. I'd rather just do halves. Alright, I'm almost done. I'm gonna pour a little bit of clean boiled water in here, but you don't want to fill it up too high. A bit more. Another thing you want to do is just go in there like this to make sure that there's no air pockets or anything like that. Go in here with something clean and clean this off. If you use the funnel, you wouldn't be cleaning anything. Pop this sealing part on. You don't need this fancy magnet thing. You could totally do this with your hands. Also, this thing has to be replaced every single time. You can only use this once. This part you can use for years. Nice and tight. Drop it in the pot. I'll leave that in there for like 30 minutes.